who inquired about if the cheese is made from linen, which is imported from non-Muslim countries. And we know that for sure that the most famous cheese and the most expensive are imported from non-Muslim countries, whether from the Danish or from Holland or from New Zealand. So she was asking about whether the cheese is halal or haram to eat because of the enzyme which is used in making the cheese. This enzyme, as I referred to last episode, is extracted from a part which is known as al-anfaha. This is available in the digestive system of the cattle as well as the pigs, and mainly it is highly concentrated in the stomach, particularly the baby cattle. So the question is, whenever these animals are not being slaughtered according to the Sharia, so there is no tazkiyah, those who do not eat these animals because they have not been sacrificed, they were killed by a stunning gun or electrocuted or by any mean, so the animal to us is dead. We're not allowed to eat its flesh. And similarly, if the animal is originally one of the animals which are not allowed to eat its flesh, even if it has been slaughtered, such as the pigs, the swine, then the result is the same. So the question is, if the enzyme of the renin is extracted from the anfaha or from the stomach of a dead animal, I would like to explain quickly before taking any calls that number one, we have to exclude these enzymes which have been extracted from the stomach of the pigs. Absolutely forbidden, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has forbidden the swine, its flesh, its blood, its everything about it. Number two, if the animal is lawful for us to eat its meat, but we don't know how it was slaughtered, now we have two different opinions. Al-Jumhur, the vast majority, including Al-Imam al-Shafi'i and Imam Malik, and one of the opinions of Al-Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal, may Allah have mercy on all of them, are of the view that this is a liquid, the enzyme, in a vessel which is najis, impure. The vessel happened to be the stomach of the dead animal. So it is impure accordingly, and it cannot be used in making food or drink to be consumed by Muslims, because the animal was killed. And that's why, by the way, when we say slaughtering or sacrificing the animal, we use these words, al-dhabh, al-tazkiyah, sacrificed or slaughtered, but the word killed means it's mayta. إنما حرم عليكم الميتة والدم ولحم الخنزير. He has only forbidden for you the consumption of al-mayta, the dead animal. Even if it was a cow or a sheep, but it is dead, then we can't eat its meat. Number two, if the animal itself has not been slaughtered in the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, accordingly, Al-Jumhur said we are not allowed to eat anything which will be extracted from this animal, not only the flesh. Al-Imam Ahmad, in one of his two opinions, and Al-Imam Abu Hanifa, may Allah have mercy on him, and accordingly Shaykh al-Islam ibn Taymiyyah adopted the view that, well, it is permissible to eat the cheese which is made from the anfaha, the enzyme, the renin, which is extracted from the stomach of an animal. Originally it is lawful to eat its meat, but it was slaughtered by non-Muslims, or it was not slaughtered, so we deal with it as mayta. What is your reference to that? They say because when the Muslims conquered Persia, and Persia are Majus, the Rostarians, fire worshippers, they are neither Jews nor Christians, so we're not allowed to eat their daba'ih under any circumstances, even if they slaughter it, not kill it. And when they went to Iraq, they found the cheese, and they knew that it's coming from these animals, and they did not investigate, rather they asked. They said Bismillah, and they ate. and they did not ask whether it's haram or halal as an indication it was halal. Why? Because also the Prophet ﷺ, when he went to the Battle of Tabuk on the 9th year after the Hijrah, and he stayed approximately 20 days in Tabuk, confronting the Romans. The ba'ih were not lawful for us to eat, but they were introduced to the cheese, and he put the knife in it and he said, say Bismillah and eat from it. Similarly, Abdullah ibn Umar in Mecca and Abdullah ibn Abbas, several incidents combined together indicate, according to the opinion of Al-Imam Abu Hanifa and followed by Imam Ahmad and Shaykh al-Islam Ibn Taymiyyah, we shouldn't ask because it is not the meat, rather it was the enzyme which is extracted from the stomach. Some scholars said, well, if we know for sure that this is coming from a dead animal, then it is better to avoid. I presented all the views, and I would like to mention to you also that the animal source of renin as an enzyme which is used as a catalyst to be used in making the cheese isn't the only source. Rather, there is a plant source which is sometimes used from certain plants, babas and the eggplants family and other plants, but it only leaves a bitter taste in the cheese itself. That's why it's not preferred that much. Also, there is the bacterial origin, bacterial source. I mentioned last episode, I will verify that since I was studying that in the past, a long time ago. In the lab, we do prepare a lot of things from organic microbial sources. So, there is a microbe which is used in generating this enzyme. I'm not sure how broad, how wide its usage and its production, but it's also one of the sources. So the animal source is not the only source. Barakallah fikum.